Hello and welcome to today's speaker card reading. Today's topic is what's the first impression that you create on people about you. For that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. And now let's get started. Hi, pile one. If you're attracted to the first pile, then here comes your reading. For that, we have the sun, okay, the grave, and the mountain. All right. Okay. Page of Wands. Clearly, off the bat, you guys have a lot of fire. Aries, Sagittarius, a lot of fire in your chart for sure. Seven of Wands. Or Leo, a lot of fire in your chart in Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or maybe you embody a very feisty, you are seen as somebody who is very feisty and fiery, a go-getter, ambitious kind of a person. And you have a lot of haters, naturally a lot of haters. I mean, loads of people would love to see you in this situation. Now, firstly, you are seen as somebody who is so powerful that you can climb any mountain. See how difficult this is, and you are seen as somebody who can just climb any mountain. They can do anything that is impossible. They can just get that done. Okay, now the transformation. Grave is basically, it shows transformation. We tend to hit the rock bottom, actually the bottommost position, before we bounce back. So grave represents that bottommost position before you bounce back. So this is a position where you are seen as, you know, completely, you will be, you are now seen as somebody. Earlier probably you were more laid back, more like go with the flow with life. You didn't really care much what others were doing with their life, didn't have much, you were probably very lazy, maybe had some addictions and bad habits. Now you have cleaned them up completely. And and the transformation I can see is just phenomenal. Now you have become a very driven, disciplined, very dedicated kind of a person, a very powerful personality, I can see. And the sun shows that you are somebody. I mean, whenever people see you, I mean, now this transformed person, the first impression that you create is you are somebody who is gonna go places. People like immediately think that, you know what, this is a guy or a girl who is gonna go places. I mean, we better keep in touch with this person because they are going to do something marvelous with their lives. So that's the first impression. Now, Page of Wands and Seven of Wands. What this shows is clearly you can stand up to a lot of things. I mean, you are somebody who can climb this high mountains. You can basically survive a lot of impediments, a lot of difficulties. No matter what the difficulties are, if you put your mind towards it, you just achieve them. You are seen as a high achiever. At the same time, you, I mean, you are like, you are a very high achiever, but you are also, you're very energetic, go-getter, ambitious. Like whenever you are talking, people, the impression that you give is, you have like your calendar is completely full, your to-do lists are completely full. I mean, you just know what you're gonna do, where you're gonna be in the next few hours of the day also. So you are that kind of a person who tend to love to just, almost time block their life. So ambitious, so driven, they do not believe in wasting a single moment of their lives. Now the World card. This shows like you have transformed your life from year to year. Whenever, I mean, these people mostly, they have heard about you earlier, they are seen, or rather it's the first impression. So before that they had heard about you, and now the transformation that you have undergone, I can see a transformation. It's huge. from the left to the right, the transformation has been humongous, and that is the exact impression you create. That, you know what, you are somebody who gives, who can just create, who has just created wonders for their own selves, for their own lives. They have turned their own lives around, and they can do it for others as well. So that's the impression that I get. You know, you can turn you have turned your own life around. You have become, like, from being very lazy, bed laden in the bed all the time, to somebody who is a go-getter now, who is in that go 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 ambitious energy, and have fulfilled a lot of your dreams, and is going to go places. You're seen as, like, you're seriously, you either embody the fire, you come across as a very fiery, feisty person, or you actually have Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius main placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Chiron, Midheaven, something like Venus, something very strongly in the fire signs. Ten of Wheels, yes, I mean, people, King of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles, people literally see you as somebody who is gonna go places. I mean, they have already achieved a lot, very young achiever, and have achieved a lot. And when they talk to you, they understand that you have so many ambitions in life to fulfill. So you are not somebody to be messed with. You are not going to be distracted by things that can, you know, you're not going to be distracted by things that's going to, create trouble. I mean, sorry, I got distracted. I mean, that could hinder in your path of progress. You are not somebody who has a, you are somebody who has a laser focus towards what you want in life, and you just get them. You plot your way. How do you eat an elephant? One spoonful at a time. You are that methodical. You are seen as somebody who is very ambitious, methodical, somebody who is a go-getter. I mean, wow. And at the same time, a lot of devil energy. It's because I can see in the last few months or few years, you have achieved a lot also, and hence a lot of devil energy, a lot of haters, lot of, those people who tend to look down upon you are there. And Five of Swords, it's this Five of Swords which shows that, you know what, it's the Five of Swords. It shows that, you know what, these are the people who would love to, they just, they praise you on the inside, that they really admire your mental strength, but at the same time, and they would love to have that, and they know it's very difficult to have it, but are not willing to acknowledge the amount of hard work that you put in to have what you have today. They would love to have it, but at the same time, they want to pull you down. I mean, I'm sorry, Pailwan, but you have a lot of nasty people around you, maybe narcissists, because you are a feisty person, ambitious, driven person, but you are somebody who is also very fair and just. I can see that also. You are not a nasty person at all, but you are surrounded by a lot of devilish energy. So beware. Knight, be brave and honest. High Priest, intend and create. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay, so you are seen as very honest. Yes, I can see that you are surrounded by a lot of devil, nasty energy who are very jealous. They sit on their backside and just gossip about you. That's all they are good at. But I can see you, the first impression that you create is very honest, brave, driven. Also, you know, you almost, like, you put your intention to something, you put your mind to something and create it. So you just create it and intend and create it. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. You know, as the same thing, I mean, the sun energy, you are, you put your mind to something, you create it, and then you enjoy and reap the rewards, the results. The sun energy, which shows that, all you can do is, I mean, you are going to go places in life. you're going to enjoy a lot of growth and reap a lot of rewards. That's the impression that you create on people. Now take time to breathe out. These are the messages from the spirit. Take time to breathe out, or even the first impression. I mean, you are always, you could, that could also be the first impression that people want to say. That there are nice people who just feel that, you are always on the move, on the go energy. So you should probably take a break, take some time to breathe out. Answers you need are coming. Don't let your past hold you back. Yes, you probably have, you know what the impression you create is, you have a past where you were like totally lazy, eh, underachiever, you haven't achieved anything in the past, you have been lazy, unmotivated, didn't know where your life was taking to. But now the spirits are telling you that, don't let your past hold you back, and don't let your past, I mean, now you live with a fear that once I start taking a little bit of rest, the first message is take a bit of rest, take time to breathe out. Once you start taking time to breathe out, you might again turn lazy. Probably you have that kind of a fear. And the message for you is, it's better to let such things go. Show the world the real you. You already are showing, I'm sure, and you are going to show a lot more. And that's the impression you create. Rebirth and wisdom. So you are seen as somebody who is very wise, first of all. And of course, rebirth, the transformation that you have had, people understand that you have almost had a rebirth. You have transformed yourself into a new being, into a new person, and you have grown wiser, very very wise. So that's the first impression you create, that you're a very feisty, wise, go getter, ambitious person who has come a long way from failures to being unmotivated, being stuck in the bed, to somebody who is almost a workaholic, who is actually a workaholic. So I hope, Pile 1, you have had some clarity over your situations. If yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Namaste. Thank you. Hello and welcome to today's speaker card reading. If you chose Pile 2, what's the first impression that you create about you on people's mind? Then here comes your reading. Okay. The moon, the tree, the lilies, the locket. Okay. Again, the moon. I love it. You come across as somebody who is very emotional, for sure. I'm sorry, it's taking a bit of time to focus. Yes. Okay. Now, what I can see is, you are seen as somebody who is very emotional, almost like your emotions, either you have a very strong water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, with ascendant sun, moon, Chiron, anything significant, and especially in the Cancer. You're also seen as somebody who tend to have who is very emotional, first of all, very empathetic, compassionate, emotional, and tend to be very sensitive, like getting hurt very easily emotionally, that kind of a person, the moon. At the same time, you are that person who would, you know how shall I put it? Your emotions, it's like the cycles of moon. The wave, ebb and flow are like the cycles of moon. It tends to go up and then down, tends to go up and then down, up, down, up, down. So you are seen as somebody who is a very emotional person. Emotionally, You tend to associate people with emotionally, at an emotional level. You tend to connect with people, but tend to get hurt a lot of the times. That is something people tend to understand at the first brush. But you are very stable also. Yes, there are times when you feel very emotional, but at the same time you are a very emotionally strong person. Emotional people are sensitive, but sensitivity doesn't mean that you can't be strong when the times, like in times of need, you can't be strong. Of course you can be. This tree shows, signifies that you can be very, very strong. You are very strong, and you can be. And five, I think you have been through quite a few transformations in the recent past. At the same time, you are seen as somebody who is very stable, with whom you have a lot of admirers. By the way, people, the first brush, a lot of people, even if you are married or engaged or with a partner, people still see you as a potential, as a very good potential person. You are seen by at the first brush, you are noticed as somebody who can be a very good partner, by the way. And it also shows that you are somebody who is dependable. Yes, dependable, trustworthy, a very good friend who would give honest, wise, dependable answers. Lilies, this show a lot of wisdom. Yes, you're an emotional person, but at the same time you are a old soul. I mean, somebody whom people can call when they are in times of need, when they are in the middle of an emergency, when they need something. I mean, they can't call anyone else. People tend to bank on you. You could also be a counselor of some sort, either psychiatrist or psychologist, or a counselor, or a teacher who is almost a mentor. A lot of younger people, I can see you're very nurturing. Yes, you know what? This person, this lady, she is a counselor. She has got this key in her hands, which tend to unlock the doors of the minds of a lot of people. So, what this shows is you are somebody who is very, you are emotional, but you are emotionally very wise. You have grown from your past and your past mistakes, and now what you do is you just, you know how shall I put it, you now you have grown as somebody. You use your past experience to mentor others. Maybe they are your students, they are, or maybe they are your patients, but you tend to counsel others. You are seen as somebody who is that, elder sister figure, elder brother, elder motherly figure or fatherly figure, because you are very caring. You are not a very strict taskmaster, rather you are a very caring and nurturing person. It's through your nurturing nature you try to teach people the harder, difficult, tougher lessons of life. Sorry, just a minute. Okay. And as I said, a lot of people, I mean, I can see a lot of admirers. Even if you're married, a lot of people would still try to approach you and confess their feelings. That kind of a feeling. I mean, seriously, and you're seen as a very wise person. See how wise he is? A wise person. Somebody who can see a lot of things, predict a lot of things from before it happens. Like, when you see somebody and tell certain things instinctively, you don't know about them much, but you just tell them that this is gonna happen, and that ends up happening. That kind of a scenario is here. Four of Wands, it shows, seriously, you have a lot of admirer. Loads of people would just, they just view you as the perfect life partner, as the perfect partner. Hermit, retreat and recharge. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Magic guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, So clearly, you are seen as somebody who is a hermit, who is a spiritual person, and you also probably practice a lot of meditation, spiritual practices in general, retreat and recharge. Yes, you are more. You are a person who tend to do a lot of introspection, self introspection, and at the fast brush people understand that you are a very introspective, you are seen as a great teacher, you are a counselor, a mentor, a father figure, a mother figure in a lot of people's life, and almost, you know, you are seen as a magical person, you know. Probably it's because of your nurturing, caring, counseling. For that reason you have revived a lot of people emotionally. So you are seen as this magical person because a lot of people have felt revived. It's because of your nurturing nature. Believe in the impossible, expect powerful change. A new start is coming. Okay, now a new start is coming. Definitely, it's given that a new start is coming. Expect a powerful change. When a new start comes, a lot of powerful, I mean, you probably have had, I mean, definitely this high priestess comes out in those people, in case of those people who tend to have a very heavy past, that has probably made you more hermetic in nature. So, a new past, a new change is coming. Expect a powerful change. You are somebody who already tends to believe in the impossible. So, now you can really expect a powerful change. I mean, this is the message from the divine that you yourself have suffered a lot, which made you become more introspective about life. Now you can expect, we all tend to have some desires. Wow, your desires are coming true. That's what I'm hearing. Your desires are coming true, you know. Something that is impossible, something that you thought that you wanted, but you at the same time you feel that that is impossible, is coming true. Master of mystics. Yes, this is the impression that you create, that you are very mystical. Okay, pearls on a thread. Yeah, you are seen as that rare pearl and a very mystical person. So people tend to hold you in very high regard as a mystical person. Also, a lot of people would love to have you as their life partner. So I hope, while too, you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Namaste. Thank you.